And we kept trying to tell y'all that Chrisean is a terrible fucking mother and y'all was just trying to have her back and give her so much sympathy. Allegedly, Chrisean's son's medical records got leaked. They're saying that he suffered from withdrawals from when he was pregnant, okay, because I know the baby wasn't doing it, so that means the mama was. And we all saw her smoking and drinking while she was pregnant, okay? The medical records are also saying allegedly that he suffered from fetal alcohol syndrome, meaning that he is being affected from what his mama did, allegedly. Allegedly is saying that he also has a seizure disorder, and is saying a few other things are contributing to the why he's 2 and he cannot walk yet. And even Yancy got on here. We've been trying to tell this girl to get help for her baby. She's talking about pray for her. All the prayers in the world ain't gonna work if you're not taking that baby to go get help.
The fast-paced and chaotic world of online celebrity. Some stories are so dark they feel like something out of a nightmare. For what seems like forever, she's been caught in the middle of non-stop controversial public fights, meltdowns, and explosive accusations playing out in front of everyone. But now, something even more disturbing has surfaced, and it's unlike anything we've seen before. The internet is shaken after a shocking leak allegedly revealed private medical records about her son. What's in those files has left people speechless. According to the leaked documents, the truth is way worse than anyone imagined. It seems to confirm the public's worst suspicions and shine a harsh light on a situation many refused to believe at first. This isn't just about being a messy celebrity or making poor choices in public. It's a heartbreaking story of alleged neglect with long-lasting effects that might never be undone suddenly. All the online arguments and past scandals feel meaningless. This is something deeper, and the backlash is growing louder by the day. The public wants answers, and fast. The documents reportedly show troubling information about her son's condition, going all the way back to the very start of his life. If what's in those papers is true, then this child has been suffering for a long time without the support he needed. People are now questioning how so much went unnoticed, or worse, ignored. It's turned into more than just gossip hits, a conversation about responsibility, care, and how fame can sometimes hide serious problems in plain sight.
Chrisean's son's medical records leaking and everybody seeing and hearing about what's on them does not cancel her. I don't know what else at this point will. Like, somebody needs to get that little boy out of her care and get him out of her care quick. I tried to give Chrisean the benefit of the doubt because, you know, you're not always the best parent. Not everybody is the best parent, but they might be the best parent for that child. No, she's not the best parent at all. Like, seeing what's on these medical records is making me sick. Like, mind y'all, he didn't ask to be here and she did not have to have him.
The leaked records allege that her son was born with intense withdrawal symptoms caused by exposure to multiple substances while still in the womb. According to the reports, this wasn't just one drug, but a combination, some of which were illegal. Alongside that, the documents claim he was officially diagnosed with a seizure disorder and a condition known as fetal alcohol syndrome, but that's just the beginning. The files also reportedly mention a series of other serious and lasting health problems. The medical notes describe conditions like neonatal abstinence syndrome and spasticity, both of which are extremely challenging. On top of that, there's also something called cortical visual impairment, a disorder where the brain struggles to process visual information properly. This isn't just about poor health, these are life-altering complications, and if the documents are accurate, they all trace back to her actions while pregnant. Many people are remembering old footage showing her drinking and smoking while visibly expecting. Those clips caused outrage at the time, but now, with this new information, they carry a different weight entirely. What once seemed reckless now looks devastating. The public isn't just shocked, they're heartbroken. These aren't temporary problems, they represent a lifelong struggle for her child. And it's leaving people with a feeling of sorrow that's hard to shake. The details have shifted the whole conversation, and for many, there's nothing left to say, just deep disappointment.
Looking at your son now, what type of legacy do you want to leave behind for him? What do you want him to know about Mom?
How to turn to God. I just want to teach him how to, because there's nothing I could do for him.
For a while now, both fans and critics have closely watched her son's public appearances, often from videos she posted herself. Many notice troubling things: how he doesn't respond to people in front of him, doesn't reach for food, or track objects with his eyes. Viewers have also questioned why, at his age, he still isn't crawling or walking. Whenever these concerns were raised, they were often met with silence or angry rants from her. Some initially thought it might be regular developmental delays, But with the recent leak of medical records, the truth feels much heavier than new. Documents, if accurate, provide clear and heartbreaking reasons for her son's behavior. They explain why he struggles with basic movements and reactions that most toddlers show naturally. What once seemed like vague concerns now look like solid signs of deep medical issues. Those once confusing clips of him now feel sad rather than just odd. The internet's quiet concerns and questions have been replaced by loud outrage, fueled by what many believe is undeniable clinical proof. And while that's devastating on its own, things reportedly got worse after he was born. According to leaked CPS reports, a troubling pattern of neglect emerged, and much of it was caught on video by her own hand. One disturbing incident shows her allegedly leaving her child alone in a car while she argued with an ex. Another moment that sparked outrage was when she was accused of leaving him by himself on a beach at 3 a.m. so she could attend a party. These stories painted a bleak picture, but what really pushed people over the edge was one particular detail. Reports claim the boy visibly flinches when she lifts her hand, even casually. That single reaction has left many speechless because, if true, it hints at more than just neglected points to possible mistreatment behind closed doors. It's one thing to hear about carelessness or poor decisions, but this is something entirely different now. People aren't just angry, they're deeply concerned for his safety. What was once just a controversial public figure is now at the center of a much darker, more serious conversation. The public is demanding answers and, more importantly, protection for the child involved.
As bad as I would want this information that was just put out about Chrisean Jr to be false, at some point I'm thinking it might be some type truth to it. Because you gotta think, almost 2-year-old child is laying on his back. He's not mobile, so that means he's in diapers. So that means he's sitting in that. So can I believe there were maybe possible breakdown of the skin? I can believe.
The kind of cruelty being described here is hard for most people to even wrap their heads around. What used to be seen as questionable parenting by Chrisean is now being looked at as evidence of something much more serious. With all these disturbing details now out in the open, the public is asking one big question. Why is her son still in her custody? Why hasn't Child Protective Services stepped in by now? The answers, unfortunately, are more frustrating and complex than many expected. And that's where a lot of the outrage is coming from. Legal experts familiar with the system say that when a baby is exposed to drugs in the womb, hospitals are required to report it to CPS. But that doesn't always lead to the child being removed. If the parent agrees to enter a treatment program, works with the agency, and creates what's considered a safe environment, CPS may let the child stay with them during recovery. This could explain why Chrisean still has custody, and why there may be a team of specialists helping her son, doctors in neurology, cardiology, orthopedics, and more. It's possible that her cooperation with these medical teams is what's allowing her to keep him, at least for now. And while that might make sense legally, it's left the public feeling helpless and angry. Many believe the system is failing the child by focusing more on helping the parent recover than ensuring the child's immediate safety. This legal gray area has sparked a wave of heated conversations online. People are demanding real accountability and wondering if the system really protects kids, or just follows rules that don't always make moral sense.
Now what if a wave came up and washed him offshore and he drowned and he got unalived? All because you wanted to go to that party so bad you couldn't find a reliable arrangement, get him a babysitter so he can be properly cared for while you go out 3 a.m. in the morning to go party on the beach. Is it that serious? Some people are just not meant to have kids. I mean, like, I don't like to judge nobody parenting, but she just be doing, she do shit. And it's given like, it's all for clout. She want to stay, she want to be the buzz.
And there's that one video, the one that's burned into the minds of anyone who saw it. It's short, but it's the kind of clip you wish you couldn't see. In it, Chrisean is holding her son when she suddenly raises her hand in a sharp, quick motion. But what really unsettles people is what she says right before. Watch this. Her son immediately flinches and tries to pull away, squirming in her arms like he's scared of what's coming next, and then she laughs. That one moment has sparked outrage across the internet. While some people have tried to explain it as a seizure, or a reaction linked to his alleged medical issues, others say her words, "Watch this," make it clear she knew what was going to happen. They believe she was intentionally provoking a fear response, turning her child's trauma into a spectacle. To them, that moment wasn't a misunderstanding. It was a sick display of control and cruelty. And it's hard to argue with that when you watch it for yourself. For many, that clip became undeniable proof that this situation has gone way beyond bad parenting. It feels like solid evidence that real harm is happening behind closed doors. The fact that she laughed, that she filmed it and then shared it publicly, only adds to the horror. It's not just disturbing, it's terrifying, and now, with everything else that's come to light, that one video has become a centerpiece in a much bigger conversation about fear, trauma, and the long-term impact this child might be living. With Dottie.
Watch this. Why you run like that? Why you run like that? Why you run like that? He like, hey. Okay.
The saddest part in all of this is that her son didn't choose any of it. Not the circumstances of his birth, not the spotlight, and definitely not the chaos surrounding his life. He's just a baby caught in the middle of something way bigger than him, something that should have never touched him in the first place. And now, as more people start to connect the dots, the pressure is growing for real change. Because no child deserves to become collateral damage in someone else's internet fame. At this point, it's not about drama anymore. It's about responsibility. About whether the people around him and the system built to protect kids like him are going to step up before it's too late. The internet can only do so much. The public can raise awareness. But if the people with actual power keep turning a blind eye, then what message does that send? Do clicks matter more than kids? That chaos is entertainment, even when it comes with a cost. We've seen enough warning signs, enough videos, enough excuses. And now that these leaked documents are out, there's no pretending this isn't serious. No more brushing it off as just online hate or people not understanding her. The concern is real, the evidence is piling up, and the clock is ticking, one way or another. Something has to give, because if nothing changes, this story won't just end in heartbreak, it'll end in tragedy. Until then, stay sharp and stay tuned.